Welcome back everybody for my third video of my Wes Anderson series. Today we're going to be talking about the Royal Tenenbaums, which is directed, of course, by Wes Anderson. It has a really large ensemble cast. Last week we talked about Rushmore with the duo of screen crawlers, and the week before that, in our very first Wes Anderson video, we talked about Bottle Rocket with Sean Chandler. Today we're going to be talking about the Royal Tenenbaums with the SilverScreen analysis. This guy creates such crisp, clean videos, and his editing skills are off the chart. Before we get this video started on my thoughts on the Royal Tenenbaums, the SilverScreen analysis is going to give his thoughts on the third Wes Anderson movie. So, the SilverScreen analysis, what do you think about this Wes Anderson movie?
Hey, what's up guys? My name is Anthony DeJoya. You can find me over at the SilverScreen Analysis, where I'm always talking about movies. I just want to give a huge thanks to Justin for letting me be a part of this countdown of Wes Anderson films leading up to the Isle of Dogs this March. Now, the Royal Tenenbaums is not going to grab everyone with its sense of humor, but I think regardless of that, it's still a movie that everybody can appreciate from a filmmaking aspect. I really love the offbeat, unconventional style humor in the script, and I thought it blended perfectly with the performances, the direction, and the overall production design to result in a great comedy that really does stand up very well over time. So let's get into the positives, and I think you have to immediately talk about the performances. This was a fantastic ensemble cast with names like Gene Hackman, Angelica Houston, Luke Wilson, Owen Wilson, Ben Stiller, Gwyneth Paltrow, Danny Glover, Bill Murray, and some great narration from Alec Baldwin. This is a cast that any director would dream of working with, and Wes Anderson, for the most part, I thought utilized them all effectively. I thought Gene Hackman was an excellent lead. He delivers the arrogance of wealth and the blunt tone of comedy with ease, and despite not being a likable character, I thought there was still some genuine appeal there because of Hackman's effortless charm. He was heartless, he was deceptive, he was brutally honest at all the wrong times, and it was entertaining to see him progress through this story. Angelica Houston also comes in and delivers a fantastic performance as the matriarch of this wealthy, dysfunctional family. Her character is forced through some very emotional situations in her life, and I thought Houston was really able to effectively deliver some heartfelt moments during some scenes, and others, her patience with her children was comical in a variety of ways. I felt she was very engaging and very charming, and she evoked a lot of natural humor with her performance. The other standout in this film was Luke Wilson, in my opinion. His character is dealing with one of the more emotionally demanding arcs in the story, and Wilson delivers all the suppressed heartache and depression extremely well in a very unassuming way, and it was really intriguing to watch his character progress throughout the story. I thought Paltrow, Stiller, and Glover all delivered some solid performances as well. They create some interesting personas that kind of slightly felt tailored to their own. Stiller does feel like the Ben Stiller from his other films. Glover wasn't overly impactful on the storyline, but serviceable, and Paltrow was solid with her somber portrayal as the family outcast. I thought the narration from Alec Baldwin was so subtle, but when looking back, it was such a positive aspect of this film. His smooth delivery and pace just captured the tone of the story perfectly, and being able to sense some of his slight sarcasm at times was very effective in setting up many of the comedic moments throughout this story. Another positive with this film was the script. It's the story of a dysfunctional family and a father just trying to put the pieces back together. All of his children have been scarred by him in different ways, and it has affected all their lives differently. This easily could have been a somber, more dramatic film, but with Owen Wilson and Wes Anderson's focus on the odd hilarity of situations, it wasn't. Instead, it turns out to be a dark comedy that shows some clever wit with a narrative that delivers some dramatic impact without an overemphasis on doing so. You can really feel the heart in the characters. You can connect with them for various reasons despite all of their oddities, and for me that is what makes this such an engaging film to watch. Which leads me into the strongest aspect of this film, that being the direction of Wes Anderson and the cinematography from Robert Yeoman. I think Robert Yeoman and Anderson have worked on every live action full feature in Anderson's filmography. They are a fantastic combination, and Anderson, when he has a vision, Yeoman just knows how to bring it to life. The production design was unassuming. It's not in your face, but it's awesome. It feels like a stage play that's removed from the stage and put in the real world, and it was very visually appealing. The settings and backdrops are all fitted to the scenes nicely, and with Anderson's more direct style of framing scenes with simple pans and tracking shots, it really just captures all the detail in the props and set designs. The vibrant color palette and wardrobe designs were awesome. They were as quirky as the humor in the script, and it was a great element of the film. I also enjoyed how the time period and exact location are nondescript. It gives it a real storybook feel that kind of turns a broken family story into an artistic film with much more meaning than you will notice on the first viewing. So overall, I'm going to give the Royal Tenenbaums 85% on the entertainment meter. I really enjoyed it. I think the only drawbacks for me would be the runtime. It's 10 minutes shy of 2 hours. I do think some of the silent imagery and some of the certain camera shots that lingered could have been trimmed back to kind of tighten the pace up a little bit. And this could be a slightly personal gripe, but as a huge fan of Bill Murray, I felt he could have been utilized a little bit more. He was great for the needs of his character, but I think he could have absolutely thrived in a story like this with a dry sense of humor. I kept waiting for him to land a moment that would make me laugh my ass off, but it never came. I mean, he was solid as this gloomy performance that he had, but I just wanted more. And those are my thoughts on this film, guys. Once again, I just want to give you a huge thanks for having me on the channel. I can't wait to see all the rest of the reviews leading up for Isle of Dogs, and I'll let you take it from here, Justin.
Thank you, SilverScreen Analysis, for joining me on my channel. I do appreciate you willing to come on here and talk Wes Anderson movies with me. The Royal Tenenbaums is Wes Anderson's third film, and once again is written by Owen Wilson and Wes Anderson. His first two movies, Bottle Rocket and Rushmore, were very subtle in his style of directing. You could tell that he had some sense of his directing. Wes Anderson definitely found his craft in the Royal Tenenbaums. It's definitely clean, it's crisp, it's so precise and in frame. Bottle Rocket and Rushmore were hinting at his craft, and movies from Royal Tenenbaums up to even the Isle of Dogs now, it's so clean and the camera movement is so well thought out. It connects scenes so effortlessly, and it definitely shows why Wes Anderson is a master of directing movies. Wes Anderson takes these characters in the Royal Tenenbaums, takes these characters and shows their private lives, some intimate moments, some good moments, some bad moments of who they are as a person, and really builds the character around that, really develops their character. We have a lot of characters who are maybe in love with their adopted sister, or characters that are really just bottling up these emotions. They're so realistically written. It's like you're getting the peak of a family's life and how they are handling situations. This movie has an all-star cast, and each one has a different personality. We have Ben Stiller, who's very, very protective of his two sons. We have Luke Wilson, who's secretly in love with his sister, and Gwyneth Paltrow, who is very mute and very quiet, and she puts up this guard with many people. And we have the great Gene Hackman, who is playing Royal Tenenbaum, who's trying to get to know his family a little more because he's been missing for a while and he hasn't been there for his family, so he wants to get back into that routine of knowing his family and being there, knowing his grandchildren. And that's easily one of the great moments in this movie, is the progression of Gene Hackman's character, because you get to know him in the beginning. You really don't think that he deserves to meet his family and be with his family. And as he's talking more and that you're getting to know each other and getting to know his grandchildren, and you can't help but feel some happy moments with those sequences as it progresses into a really nice ending. The Royal Tenenbaums is a very realistic movie. It's very well directed. It's quirky, it's fun, has a lot of hilarious moments, and the characters are so well written. It's surrounding their private, intimate moments, and Wes Anderson just takes that and just runs with it and creates such an astounding film. The Royal Tenenbaums is easily one of my favorite Wes Anderson films, and I'm going to go ahead and give the Royal Tenenbaums an A+. Thank you for the SilverScreen Analysis for joining my channel to talk about the Royal Tenenbaums. Next week, we have The Life Aquatic of Steve Zissou with Ryan O'Toole. I can't wait for you guys to see this video. I've only seen The Life Aquatic of Steve Zissou once, and I can't wait to rewatch it for you guys. Remember, every Tuesday leading up to Isle of Dogs, I'll be reviewing a Wes Anderson film with a very special YouTuber. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to check the video out for Rushmore and Bottle Rocket as well. And subscribe to my channel and SilverScreen Analysis channel as well. And also hit that bell notification on my channel and his channel as well, so you guys don't miss these awesome videos. You guys are the best as always. This is Just Watch Movies, and you guys stay classy, YouTube.